Welcome to the part 2 for this UiUx course for absolute beginner. In this video, we'll be talking about user research. So before any particular app is being designed, so not only for app but digital product as a whole, research is being made first, just like what I said in the first video. So if you have not watched the first video, I'm going to put the link to the first video at the top. So you're going to see the link to the first video come up now. So I advise you watch it first before you come to this particular video so that you'll be in sync of what we discussed in the first video. So before any data product is being designed and research is being made. So the main reason why research is being made is for you to understand what you are designing for. Just like what I mentioned in the first video, digital products are designed to solve a particular problem. So if you look around us, there are different problems people are facing, whether it's in the fintech industry. So let me break it down so that you understand. Different problems such as making of payments. It might be maybe in a hospital, they want a particular system that can help them to keep their files. So there are different problems that is being faced all around the world. So we as UiUx designers or we as techies, we come up with solutions in form of digital product. Digital product can be an app, can be a website, can be a web app, whichever, to solve that particular problem. But for you to actually understand the problem very well, you need to research. So research has to do with you understanding the user you are designing for. Because whether you like it or not, in as much as you are the one that designed the application is not going to be used by you. Is going to be used by people that actually have those particular problems that you're trying to design for. So for you to actually design for them, you need to understand them. You need to understand their thought process. Most times you need to go as far as understanding them psychologically, understanding their environment, understanding different challenges they are facing in that particular environment for you to tailor those challenges they are facing and use the problem that they are facing to create a particular app that will solve their problem. So UX research focus on understanding user behavior, need and motive through observations and feedback. So you need to understand the need of the user. Most times you need to go as far as observing them. So there are some scenarios where you need to interview the user that you're designing for. So let me say you want to design a particular app that helps people in urea area to get treatment. So most times before you start designing this kind of app, not only for this particular app I just mentioned, any app at all, most times you need to interview the people you'll be designing it for, because once you interview them, you'll get more enlightened about the problem you want to solve. So if you have watched this far to the video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I post video every week on everything about UiUx design to help beginners to improve their UiUx design skill and also make money from their skill set. So subscribe so that you can always get notified whenever I upload new video. So let me break down the explanation of user research again so that you understand. So focus on understanding the user behavior. So before you design any app, you need to understand the behavioral pattern of the users that you are designing for. You need to understand their needs. You need to understand their motive. You need to understand their thought process. Most times you need to go as far as observing them, getting feedback from them. So this is to let you know that any app you see at all, or any app you have used, is not just created for fun. It was created to actually solve a problem. So whenever you are designing any app as a UiUx designer, you need to always have it in mind that the app that you are designing is to solve a particular problem. And for you to actually solve that problem, you need to understand the people you are designing for. The particular app that you're trying to design, whether it's a fintech app or an edtech app, whichever niche you're designing for, it actually have a set of users. The users are people that are going to be using that platform. Those people have a particular challenge. So you need to understand the problem that they are going through, the need that they have. You need to, most times, you need to go as far as observing them in any location they are. Most times, you need to also interview them to get their feedback, to get more insight into the particular problem they are facing so that you can design for it. So let's go back to the explanation of UX research. We are trying to prioritize the user. We also want to make sure that the business need is being met, just like what I mentioned in the first video, that whenever you are designing any app at all, you need to always bear it in mind that at the long run, you also want to make money from that particular app. So that's more reason why your user experience has to be very good. And before you start designing, even before you jump into any design software to start designing, you need to carry out your research first, because the research is very important for you to actually understand the users you are designing for. So remember, your app that you're designing for is not going to be used by robots, it's going to be used by human beings. And for you to actually make that app to have a good user experience, and to make the user to also always come back to your application, you need to understand your user. You need to understand the problem that your user is facing so that you can design for it. So imagine somebody, a market woman, imagine in a situation where some people are finding it difficult to get frozen food in a particular location, or maybe they want to get frozen food very fast to be delivered very fast at their house. So you can design a particular app that helps people that has frozen shop to upload their frozen product. So that, what I mean by frozen product is like frozen meat, frozen beef, frozen chicken. So this particular app, the owners of this frozen product, they can upload their product on the app so that people that want to buy from the comfort of their home, they can see different listings of frozen products, so that the users can buy at ease, so that the products can be shipped down to their house, can be brought to their house. So in this kind of scenario I've just given, you will notice that this particular product has two users. The first set of users are the people that owns the business, people that are into the frozen business, frozen meat, frozen fish, frozen goods business. And the second user are the set of people that are going to be buying those particular products. So when designing this kind of app, the first thing that comes to your mind is for you to understand the people that are running the business, what are the issues they are having, so that your app can actually solve the problem of the owner of the business. The people that want an app where they can come and purchase this particular product, you need to also understand the need that they have. So when you understand the need, you can actually design an app that is tailored to that need, so that the users can always come back to your app and they can always use it, because the app is actually solving a problem. So one major thing you need to know is that whenever a user is using an app, if the app does not solve their problem, they will always leave the app and go to the next competitors. Because one thing you need to bear in mind as a UI/UX designer is that any app that you're designing, if it has a poor user experience, there are other competitors. What I mean by competitors is people that has created similar app or similar digital product to what you are about to create. So the attention span of users online is very, very minute. People don't have a long attention span. So when users come to a particular platform and the platform is not giving them what they want, they move fast to another platform that is going to solve their problem. So this is to let you know that the main reason why people use app is that they're using the app because the app can actually solve their problem. So if you have this in mind when designing your digital product, users will always come back to your platform to use your digital product, and at the long run you make money. So it bridges the gap. User research bridges the gap of what the business thinks the user need and what the user actually need. So this is to let you know that the business actually have a need and the user actually has a need. So before you start designing, you need to understand the business need, you need to understand the user need, so that you can know how to design in a way that it can actually meet the business need and it can actually meet the users need. So if you have watched so far, if you have any question, don't forget to leave a comment below. I'm always available to reply to any questions you have. So if you have any suggestions, you can always comment. So we have something called foundational research. So foundational research is the first research that is being carried out when you are about to start a design of a particular digital product. So foundational research, it answers the question, what should we build? What are the user problems? How can we solve them? So one thing you need to know is that whenever you want to come up with a design for any digital product at all, you don't just jump into the software, the design software. The design software we're going to be using for this course is Figma. So you don't just jump into the design software and start designing. You need to ask yourself some questions, because when you know all these questions, it can help you to design an app that is very usable. So remember what we mentioned in the first video. So an application that has a good user experience was usable, enjoyable. So if you have not watched the first video, I advise you go back and watch. So there was a lot of things that was being shared there that's going to really help you in your UI UX design journey. So foundational research answers the question, what should we build? What are the users' problems? How can we solve them? The goal of foundational research is to define the problem you want to define the problem you want the design to solve. So you need to define the problem first, and foundational research helps you to define the problem. So we also have design research. So this is a research that takes place during the design phase. So it answers the question, how should we build it? So after coming up with your findings from the foundational research, even when you're about to come up with the main designs of the digital product, you need to ask yourself, how should I build this particular product in a way that users can find the product very easy to use? So remember, ease of use is very, very important. You don't want to design a complex system that users will be asking questions, how should I use this particular app? So remember what I mentioned in the first video, if you have to teach a user how to use a particular digital product you design, you have not actually solved the problem. Any digital product that has a good user experience has to be very easy for the user to navigate by themselves, even without them calling for your attention. So we have post-launch research. The goal of post-launch research is to understand how the user experienced the product. It answers the question, did we succeed? So post-launch research is basically when the product is being launched. What I mean by launch is when the product is live for users to use it. The research does not end. As we move further in this course, we are going to be talking about design thinking. So you understand the design thinking process. This is a process that helps you to understand the user better, to understand the user goal and the user pain point before you start designing. So despite the fact that app is on Play Store, the app is being launched, is live on the web for users to go and use it. The research does not end, because you still need to learn about your user to be sure whether what you developed actually succeed. And if you find out that despite the fact the product is being launched and the user is still finding it difficult to navigate, you come back to your drawing board and improve on your design. So as we move on in this course, we'll explain more about design thinking so that you know better on how to improve your post-launch research.